can be.
This is brought to you by GPO Federal Credit Union. Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And it is almost 6:09 on your early Thursday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed tracking your Halloween weather forecast. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like a treat. It looks like much of a trick that Mother Nature has up her sleeve. Let's take a live look right now at downtown Utica. We're definitely not seeing the heavy rain like we were seeing earlier this afternoon. We're just seeing some light showers and mostly cloudy skies. Temperature out there 52 degrees, winds out of the east-southeast at 16. They're going to be much higher than that during the day tomorrow, and they'll also be coming in out of the west, so that's what will result in the dropping temperatures. So we'll start out today around this dew point, 47 to 48 degrees, and then end up in the upper 30s to around 40, which means some of you in the North Country may end the day with some snow after starting with some rain. Temperatures up there are already cooler, more like the middle and upper 40s up there. Down toward the south, we've got low to mid 50s, and temperatures again at this time tomorrow will be cooler than that. As far as where we're going over the next couple of days, we've got the upper 40s to around 50 for both Friday as well as Saturday and to Sunday. So the last day of October, first weekend of November. And again, Friday's high, that occurs between about 8 and 11 a.m. Then we'll drop after that. And then getting up to around 60 degrees on Monday, which is above average for this time of year. But that does come with the chance of rain, and that lingers into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when we'll see dropping temperatures. So again, winds out of the east-southeast out there right now, anywhere from about 5 to 15 miles an hour with occasionally higher gusts, and they'll be much higher than that during the day tomorrow, especially toward and after 11 a.m. So that's when this wind advisory goes into effect. But for the eastern sections of our viewing area, closer toward Albany, it's in effect from 11 a.m. till 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. The rest of our area goes until 5 a.m. Saturday morning. But regardless, throughout most of the entire day tomorrow, it is going to be quite breezy. Winds out of the west 20 to 25 miles an hour, gusting 40 to 50. For the moment, the heavier rain has moved off into the Hudson Valley, the capital region, but we are still going to see chances for showers during the overnight hours before that rain and the wind really intensifies during the day tomorrow. The wind switch will occur once this cold front and the area of low pressure moves beyond our area. Hurricane Melissa is still a Category 2 storm. It's got a travel ticket, though, moving up toward the north and east, and as it breezes by Atlantic Canada, it will be a post-tropical depression by that time. So Futurecast shows that we'll have showers, heavier times than others during the overnight hours. The wind's still out of the west-southwest, but when they switch over to the west and northwest during the day tomorrow, that's when not only will the rain move back in, but after 2 or 3 o'clock, you'll notice that's not the rain yellow, that's the snow yellow. Up into the Adirondacks, the North Country, Tug Hill Plateau, and there could even be as much as 1, 2, 3, 4 inches, especially once you get to the north of Old Forge. As far as your Halloween forecast, again, warmest in the morning and then still wet in the afternoon, drying things out gradually as we head through the weekend, but not necessarily warming up. And unfortunately, many of us don't have a lot of foliage to enjoy. But as we head through the weekend, we will eventually dry things out. And right now, Election Day looks mainly dry with highs between 50 and 55. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And 10:17 is the time on your late Thursday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed tracking your Halloween weather forecast, which is a stark contrast to the 81-degree treat that we had last year. Mother Nature looks like she's got a trick up her sleeve this year, unfortunately. So let's take a live look first, though, at downtown Utica, where we're still basically holding steady temperature-wise, 52 degrees thanks to that east-southeasterly breeze at around 13 miles an hour. Those winds will be much higher during the day tomorrow. And the dew point is not far behind, 49, so not only is there a lot of moisture out there, but there could be some fog during the overnight hours, although that's not our main concern tonight, obviously. Temperatures today were into the upper 40s, if not the low to mid 50s, so a little bit cooler as we expected thanks to the clouds, the rain, and that wind out there, and they're not far from that at this time. Right now, 52 downtown Utica, but it's as cool as 45 up in Old Forge, and I expect that trend to remain the same tomorrow, where it's cooler up toward the north and a little bit warmer down toward the south. And even up toward the north, you could even see some accumulating snow during the afternoon into the evening when temperatures drop back into the 30s, a little bit warmer further south. As far as those temperatures over the next couple of days, I should mention that this 48 tomorrow, that'll occur between 7 to 11 11 a.m. We'll be dropping after that into the low 40s. It'll be around 47 to 48 for both Saturday and Sunday, which is below average for this time of year. We go a little bit above average between 55 and 60 on Monday, but that does come with some more showers. And then some passing or lake effect showers could be with us Tuesday and Wednesday around 50 to 55, back to around 45 by next Thursday. So the winds are also a little bit calmer to the south, where you do have some warmer temperatures. Up toward the north, though, they're a little bit stronger at around 10 to 15 miles an hour with occasionally higher gusts. But those winds will be out of the west tomorrow at around, and they'll become quite wicked for our Halloween, around 20 to 25 miles an hour, gusting 40 to 50 at times. And that's the reason why for most of our area, with the exception of northern Herkimer and Lewis County, we do have a wind advisory that either goes until 5 a.m. or 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, but goes into effect at 11 a.m. on Halloween morning, just depending on where you are. So we're seeing the rain filling back in from southwest to northeast, and that'll be the trend during the overnight hours before the dry slot moves in. The area of low pressure off toward the west right now, you're looking at Hurricane Melissa, which is barreling its way over toward Bermuda, continuing, unfortunately, its deadly path of destruction, and will eventually weaken into a Category 1 hurricane and a post-tropical storm by the time it passes toward the southeast of Atlantic Canada. So we'll keep shower chances, the blustery winds continuing during the overnight hours, but through tomorrow morning, they'll be out of the east-southeast. Tomorrow late morning into the afternoon, they'll switch out of the west-southwest once the front and the area of low pressure passes our latitude, and that's when the rain will start to intensify. And then after we head toward 2, 3, 4 o'clock, that's when you'll see that snow flip over to the north and west, mainly up in the Adirondacks, North Country, and into the Tug Hill Plateau, where there could be as much as 2 to 4 inches in some locations. So again, 48 for the high tomorrow, but that'll occur early. It'll still be wet by the time you head toward the afternoon and evening for your Halloween, and it'll also be a lot cooler and windier. The wind hangs around into the weekend, although it's not as intense. Saturday and Sunday, highs between 45 and 50, and we get a little bit warmer as we head toward Monday. And Tuesday, Election Day, you'll have highs between 45 or 50 to 55, I should say, with some passing showers. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And time is now 11:11 on your Thursday evening, late Thursday evening. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking your Halloween forecast, which is a stark contrast to the record high of 81 that we had last year. That was a treat. Now we've got a trick up our sleeve, and that means temperatures right now are in the 50s thanks to a southerly wind at 7 miles an hour. The winds will not only be a lot higher during the day tomorrow, but they'll be coming in out of the west, so it'll look and feel quite wicked at times during the day tomorrow as well. 2 point not far behind at 49. So that means temperatures won't drop much back from where they won't drop back much, I should say, from where they are right now and where they were today. We were up around 53 degrees in downtown Utica, cooler up toward the north, a little bit warmer down toward the south. And that's kind of the way things are right now. We've got the 40s to low 50s up toward the north and low to occasionally mid 50s down toward the south right now. And that's where we'll top out tomorrow morning between around 7 to 11 a.m. Then the winds switch over to the west, and that's when we'll see dropping temperatures. So that 48 will occur early in the day. We'll see around the same temperatures for both Saturday and Sunday. We could get up to around 60 degrees in some locales by the time we head toward Monday, but it does come with some more showers. And then Election Day thereafter, we will start a cooling trend yet again. Where we have the cooler temperatures down toward the south right now, we do have, or actually the warmer temperatures, we do have some calmer winds. Up toward the north, we're seeing breezes of around 7 to 10 miles an hour out of the east and southeast. And again, those winds will switch over to the west and become a lot stronger. There could be gusts occasionally 40 to 50 miles an hour with sustained winds 20 to 30 out of the west and northwest. For that reason, a wind advisory is in effect from 11 a.m. until 5 to 8 a.m. on Saturday morning. Just depends on where you are. The only areas not included Lewis and northern Herkimer counties as we head through our Friday and our Saturday. So the rain's starting to fill back in from southwest to northeast as we head through the overnight hours. We'll see some more of it before that lull develops late tonight into early tomorrow morning, before the wind and the rain re-intensify and the area of low pressure is off toward our west. We've got Hurricane Melissa down toward the southeast, barreling its way into Bermuda. By the weekend, it'll be to the east of Atlantic Canada as a post-tropical storm. Back here in Futurecast overnight tonight, the rain shifts to the north. We'll see a brief lull down toward the south at 7 a.m., but that's when the winds start to switch over to the west. And by 11 a.m., we'll start to see those dropping temperatures and the winds intensifying. After 2 to about 5 p.m., that's when we'll see the switch over to snow, the Adirondacks, North Country, Tug Hill Plateau, and that's where you could see as much as 2, 3, 4 inches in some locations, especially in those locations that switch over to snow first. Snow not likely from the valley on toward the south, where we'll hang on to the temperatures into the upper 30s and low 40s. After starting the day between 45 and 50, it looks very wet for your, and very windy for your Halloween holiday, and keep that in mind for trick-or-treating as well. It's going to be a wet and windy one. It'll also be a windy weekend as well, but not as wet. We'll still see winds out of the west 10 to 15. Could be gusts still 20 to 30 miles an hour, but not as strong as they'll be tomorrow. Temperatures both days between 45 and 50, and then we get up to 50 to 55 on Monday, maybe even closer to 60 in some locations, with some showers and then some passing showers hang around for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday is election day as well, and it looks pretty good right now with highs between 50 to 55. Thomas, back to you.
Well, those